Right, I don't know if we'll quite finish this off. I think we're going to do 2 more steps to get this one done. So we've done our gymnast. As I say, you could do any sort of action, footballers, whatever, superheroes. I did this one, keeping it really simple. I did mention gluing the stick down. I've stuck it down. I don't think it's stuck just yet. I've only just done that. But what I'm going to do now is an extra step. As I say, I'm making this one up as I go along. So I've thought of an extra step just to bring the whole thing together. Well, all I'm going to do, I'm going to get some pieces of the toilet paper and I'm just going to stick them down over the whole thing. Hopefully it's not going to ruin it, but we shall see. So, trying to keep them unscrunched but well soaked in our mix of PVA and water. Oh, it's getting a bit squidgy. We're just going to lay them over the top, and then if you've got an old brush like this, just dab everything down. In fact, I think what I'll do, that was a bit messy. I think it will be easier if I just get this, place it on top and go over the top with my watered down PVA mix, and you can see the contours coming through. Don't over soak it because then everything will just turn to a mush again. You should still be keeping those shapes that you've spent so long making. That seems to be working a bit better, doesn't it? But make sure it is well soaked and well stuck down so there's no dry bits like this, but without being so wet that it mushes up on you. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because my picture is going to be that big. I cut out the excess that I don't need. Make sure you keep the shapes that you spent so long creating. Now once that bit's done, you're able to put a little bit of paint on it. But we'll do that when this has dried out. That's not fully dried yet. Don't worry about the colour coming through. That's working. This just keeps everything together and it gives your background that little bit more texture. Otherwise it would be too rough against the smooth cardboard. Make sure that's nicely blended in. And I'm overlapping again like we did in the other video, whichever one that was. I think that was about the heads, wasn't it, when I was showing you how to do the paper mache. I think one more sheet over here and we'll be pretty much done. So when you put the water and the PVA mix on, each time you should see the shapes still coming through. If you can feel anything getting all soft and squidgy because it's overly soft, don't put any more water on. Get some old bits of tissue and soak up the excess. And if your toilet paper, as most does, have some sort of a pattern on it, you want to lose any of those textured bits. And once you get water on, enough water will squidge those up. What we're looking for. That's really quite messy, that bit. There we go. Get rid of any hair bubbles. We don't want any hair bubbles. We just want it to look a little bit more textured, so it's a bit more interesting. And I was thinking about the ribbon, and what I actually found was on a packet of biscuits, as daft as it sounds, sometimes you get these sort of stringy bits, you know, you peel it round. And I thought that will do for my ribbon. In fact, I need to put a bit more on there because I want the ribbon to be coming across. Let's get one more sheet on. As I say, it's junk modelling. It's just finding bits around the house that instead of going into the bin and just being wasted, I can turn them into something hopefully useful. There we go. As I say, I'm going really quickly. but this seems to be working. Don't worry about the edges, all of that's going to be trimmed off. We'll put a nice little frame around it. One thing I've not done with any of the work that we've done so far is framing it, and framing it is really, really important. For any best work, you should take a bit of extra time and get it framed. It makes your work look so much better. Nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. And it would be great if you send any pictures that you have done at home to your teachers, and then you can pass them on to me so I can see how you're getting on. Any comments, any feedback? I can't really do it through YouTube, but if you can, just contact your teachers and get them to contact me to let me know how you're getting on. That would be great. That's a bit bobbly there, so I'm going to put an extra piece on here as well. Almost. And I think I'm calling that. Oh, got some bubbles there. Get rid of those air bubbles. Use your fingers if you have to. I'm calling that done.